Hi and welcome back to Healing Gems. I'm Gemma. So today we are going to talk about the morning routine that I do and have done for the past probably 5 years that helps me get better from chronic fatigue and helps me get into a good state every morning. Now I can't stress enough, the way you start your morning can really set you up for the rest of the day. So it's really important when you get up that you start your day right. So what are the few things that I do? So first of all, as soon as I get up, I go downstairs and I have a pint of water, and usually I will have it warm water mixed with a little bit of pink Himalayan salt. So the reason I do this is, one, obviously hydration. You've just been in bed for probably like 8, 9, 10 hours maybe. So your body's going to be dehydrated. So it's really important to, get some more water into your system, and which will also help flush out your toxins. But also the pink Himalayan salt has lots of trace minerals in it as well. It's got potassium, it's got magnesium, it's got calcium. And a lot of us in modern day living, we don't have enough of these types of trace minerals in our bodies, maybe because of the food process, it sort of strips them out of where we would have usually got them from. So that's generally the first thing that I would do. Pint of water with maybe half a teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt. Don't use table salt because it doesn't have any of those types of trace minerals in them. So once I've done that, the next thing I will do is do some yoga. So let me just stress that you do not need to do like a whole hour routine of yoga to feel the benefits of it. A little amount of yoga goes an extremely long way. So when I first got chronic fatigue, I used to be very active, running and doing lots of exercise, and always have to do an hour's worth of, aerobics or running. But obviously that wasn't possible anymore. So I started off with just 1 to 2 minutes of yoga at the very beginning. And as I started to get stronger and as I started to feel a little bit better, I upped that to 5 minutes, and then 10 minutes, and then 20 minutes. And still now, I'll really only probably do, unless I'm going to a class, my own practice myself. If it's things like hatha yoga, then I'll probably do about 20 minutes max. But with the yin yoga, I'll do longer. So I just obviously yoga is a massive subject in itself. So with the yoga, I would start off with, depending on where you are on your healing journey, if you are really at the crash stage of chronic fatigue, then I would recommend, bed yoga. There's loads on YouTube, restorative yoga, and maybe, sort of hatha yoga, but very small amounts of stretching. And then as you progress, you can start to take on longer routines and doing maybe more floor-based exercises to then doing more of the standing poses. So I generally tend to go onto YouTube, find, some classes that I like. I follow sort of 3 or 4 different ladies who do yoga, and I'll pick one of the different routine every morning and I'll do that, all completely free. So I've done my pint of water, I've done my 5, 10, 15 minutes worth of yoga, and then the next thing I do is emotional freedom technique, i.e. tapping, which is, I have another video on tapping if you've never heard of it. But basically this is stimulating the meridian points, which are used within acupuncture while talking about a problem. So that's the very sort of basic overview of what EFT does. But it stimulates your energy systems, it starts to clear energy systems, and I find this so powerful. This is probably like one of the best tools that I found with chronic fatigue and healing with chronic fatigue is the EFT. So if you're new to EFT, you can go on YouTube. There's tons of videos which will explain what it is, what the tapping points are, how to do it. And you don't need to make it complicated. So again, if you're starting off with EFT, I would just first of all start tapping on the actual physical symptoms, you know, whether it's like a headache or whether it's like, you know, your body feeling heavy or anxiety. And then you can, once you've sort of dealt with the physical symptom, usually there's an underlying emotional feeling that goes along. So it might be you're scared. I mean, because the symptoms of chronic fatigue, let's face it, are pretty damn scary. You know, you feel like you're out of control, you have no control over your body, you don't know what's happening to you, you don't know how long it's going to last, you know, all of these things go through your head. You know, are you going to be able to work? How are you going to take care of your family? You know, the questions are endless. So they're all the types of things that you could also be tapping on, because really they're the things that are instilling fear in you. And fear is a massive trigger for increasing chronic fatigue physical symptoms, because your nervous system has just revved up and, you know, your body's responding to all those thoughts. Every thought you have has some sort of physical reaction, whether you feel it or not. But generally people with chronic fatigue have this heightened sense of like connection between thoughts and physical. So, you know, they're the types of things that I would tap on. And again, 5-10 minutes in the morning can make the difference some days for me between going to work and not going to work. So, you know, it's absolutely, I would recommend it. Don't expect, you know, instant results. It's not going to cure you like instantaneously, and it's just something that is just ongoing, that you just like just do as part of a routine with no expectation, as I've said in other videos. So we've had the pint of water, we've done our 5 to 10 minutes worth of yoga, we have done our 5 to 10 minutes worth of EFT, and then the next thing I would do is a meditation. So again, you know, if you're starting off, I'd start off with 5 minutes, increase it to 10. I usually do about 20 minutes in the morning. So yes, I have to get up about an hour and a half earlier to fit all of this in before like I get ready and go to work. But it's absolutely worth it. And, you know, I look forward now to getting up and doing my little routine. You know, it energizes me. It puts me in a positive frame of mind. And, you know, I've just found it like so beneficial. And I'll probably do this for, you know, for the rest of my life in some shape or form. So meditation. So this is going to be great for lowering your stress levels, balancing the chemicals and hormones in the body and the brain, and just really getting yourself into the present rather than thinking about either the past or maybe worrying about how you're going to feel that day. It just brings us back to being in the here and now and really concentrating on the breath. So lots of different meditations on YouTube. Again, you just need to find one that resonates with you and that you like. You know, there's silent meditations, there's guided meditations, there's like visualizations. There are things like breath meditations where you're concentrating on your breathing, counting meditations. You know, it's endless. So you just find one that resonates with you. But the trick that I found with meditation and it having a real effect on my chronic fatigue is when I'm meditating is to really feel the symptoms that are in my body. You know, because a lot of the time we try and push them away, we try and pretend they're not happening, we try and escape the symptoms, you know, but the trick to getting better is to just embrace them. So, you know, if you're feeling like, you know, tightness in your chest, or if your legs feel weak, or you've got a headache, really go into that feeling, you know, sit with it, really feel it. What does it feel like? You know, if your body feels like it wants to collapse, just feel, you know, just really go into that feeling and sit with it. And then as you're sitting with it, you can just slowly and gently say in your mind, and let go, or you can say soften and flow, or you can just say anything that's going to ask your body to just release that energy and start flowing around the body, letting it go, from being stuck as stuck energy in the body and causing a physical symptom. That's the one thing that I have really found beneficial. And again, you know, I've gone from feeling like my body is being crushed, feeling like it's so heavy, and I do this meditation, and maybe during the meditation, you know, the symptoms sometimes feel like they're getting worse, but then I finish the meditation and my body can feel so much lighter and so much more energized, because I've given it that deep rest as well. You know, I've given it that deep rest. I've tried to shut off my mind from overthinking just by drawing it back to the present, drawing it back to the breath. That's really important. Okay, so they are pretty much the 5 things that I would do. So yeah, pint of water, yoga, EFT, meditation, and the 5th one is obviously eat something, because again, your blood sugar levels probably will have dropped throughout the night. People with chronic fatigue and those kind of symptoms do generally seem to suffer from an intolerance of being hungry. My partner would, you know, totally agree with this. If I'm hungry, then, you know, I struggle, you know, a lot, you know, to control like my emotions. I struggle to, you know, just be able to concentrate, because I need food, because my blood sugar levels have dropped quite a lot, and that's all I can think about. So make sure you have a good substantial breakfast. So make sure it includes some sort of protein in it as well, because obviously, you know, the protein is going to help you to balance your sugar levels as well. Okay, so try those 5 things. Again, as with everything, don't expect overnight miracles. You know, chronic fatigue took a long time to build up and get to this point where you are now, and it's going to take time to come out the other side. But keep doing it, like, you know, religiously do it, no expectation, enjoy doing it, you know, mix it up a bit. You don't have to do it in that order, you can do it in whatever order you want, but I would definitely recommend that this is the first thing you do when you get up, to tell your body, your mind, you know, this is how I want to feel today, you know, this is how I'm going to be. I'm going to be positive. I'm going to, you know, instruct my body, my brain, my mind, my soul, everything about this is who I'm going to be today. So try it out. Let me know how you get on, and, you know, please give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment, tell me how you're getting on with these tools and techniques. Let me know if there's any videos that you want to see, and I will do my very best to accommodate those. So good luck, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.